Friends, good morning to you all. We are now in part 8 video students. So far in differential calculus we have completed 5 exercises. Isn't it? In last previous part 7 video we have split it into 2 of the same part 7 itself. In exercise 5.5 first 2 problem we did and the remaining 2 problem we did in the another part. Isn't it? I hope you all understood that. Students, again in part 8 video we are going to learn the new concept. This concept is based on the exercise 5.6. Students, exercise 5.6 is very important exercise. Surely you will get 1 5 mark in that in your board exam. So you have to listen. Only 3 problems there and example problem is there. You should not stick on to only exercise and example. You have to work out more creative problems. Clear students? Students, in this part 8 session, we are going to learn about derivative of implicit functions. Okay, this is the definition for derivatives of implicit functions. But before going to teach this definition, I want to tell you about implicit function. What is implicit function and what is explicit function? So far we have learned up to exercise 5.1 to exercise 5.5. We have learned about explicit function. Okay, we have learned about explicit function. In the introduction part we see I have told about the explicit function. But now it is a time to say about both the function, implicit and as well as explicit, so that you will know clear idea about both the things. Clear students? First I am going to tell you about explicit function, then I am going to explain about implicit function, then only we are moving for the definition so that you will understand very deeply. Shall we start now? Yes. Students, see this implicit and explicit functions. Implicit function, see the question first, y equal to 7x plus 6. Okay, what they were saying is explicit function means dependent variable is isolated in one side. This meaning for this is, so for example, if you give any value for x, if you are giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which value will change? The y value will change. So here, which is dependent and which is independent? So here x is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable, because x is not depending on anything, but this y is depending on x value, isn't it? So in the bracket what we have written, dependent variable is isolated in one side, which means which variable is dependent, that variable we are keeping it outside. So far we have seen only based on this type of function problems only in exercise 5.1 to 5.5 we have learned about only the explicit function. Okay, which is nothing but they will give you either f of x or they will give you explicit function means we have to find either the function will be at f of x or they will give you the function at f of y. But implicit function means we have to find the function will be both x comma y. That is the difference between implicit and explicit function. Clear? See, in explicit function on one side one variable will be there and another side only one variable will be there. If you see all the exercise from 5.1 to 5.5, this model only you will be facing the problem. Here one side, if y is that side, then this side no y you will be having. Okay, this type is called the explicit function. Clear? Now we'll move to implicit function. Now see, I have written one example, 2xy plus x square plus y square equal to 0. Now what I am going to do is, I am going to make it y one side and another side x one side I am going to make. If you see 2xy plus y square equal to plus x square, if come this side it will become minus x square. Okay, so from this two term which is the commonly we are having y. So take that y commonly out. If you take the y commonly, what we will get? 2x plus y we will get. Isn't it? Is equal to minus x square. Now what I am doing is I am keeping the y one side and the bracket value I am bringing to down. Now if you see the left hand side and right hand side, in the left hand side we are having one variable y. But in the right hand side, we are having x variable and as well as the y variable. Clear? So this type is called implicit functions. Okay, dependent variable. Which is dependent variable? I have told in explicit. Y was the dependent variable. Dependent variable is not being isolated on one side. Which means isolated, the meaning is what? We have that separately that value. See this separate, whether this y is separately only on left hand side? No, and one more y we are having in the right hand side also. So the difference between explicit and implicit is the dependent variable is isolated in one side, that is the explicit function. Dependent variable is not being isolated on one side, that is the implicit function. Clear students? Clear? In short, if you need means, see one variable in one side and that variable should not be in the RHS part. That we will say it as explicit function. If with the variable which is on left hand side, the same variable if you are having in the right hand side also means that is the implicit function. Clear students? Clear all of you? Shall we see now the derivative of implicit function definition? This is the definition. For the implicit function f of x comma y equal to 0. What I told, implicit function means we have to differentiate both x and as well as the y. Differentiate each term with respect to x. Okay, x also you have to differentiate with respect to x. Similarly, y also you have to differentiate with respect to x. Treating y as a function of x. So which means what? Treating y as a function of x. Students, treating y as a function of x means you have to treat the y also as a function of x. Clear? And then connect the terms of dy by dx together on left hand side. So dy by dx you are going to take it one side on which is left hand side and the remaining terms on the right hand side. Okay, what are the except the dy by dx, what are the terms you are having? That all the terms you are going to take it to the right hand side. Okay, and then we have to find dy by dx. Clear students, all of you? See the steps for this implicit function is differentiate with respect to x when you differentiate your y. When you are differentiating a y, you have to differentiate with respect to x. Clear? By that time you have to multiply by dy by dx. See this example, you will be clear about very easily. D by dx of differentiating with respect to x. When with respect to what variable you are differentiating, that variable should be in your denominator. I have told in exercise 5.5 itself. Clear? When you are differentiating with respect to x, see d by of dx I have written. This is our question. 3y square is our question. So, see how I am differentiating. 3 is the constant. We should not do anything. Okay, so we are writing the 3 as such. Okay, this y square if you differentiate, what we will get? This 2 will come down. Okay, 2 y power 2 minus 1 we will have. Isn't it? So 3 into 2 is what? 6. Y2 minus 1 is what? Y power 1. Again we have to write in the bracket dy by dx. That only they are saying differentiate your y term. What we are doing? We are differentiating the y term, isn't it? That time we have to multiply by dy by dx. Clear? Afterwards you have to write dy by dx. Clear students, all of you? Clear? If you need, I will give you another example for implicit function. You will be very clear. See this example, d by dx of xy. If they are doing in the question like this means, see most of the problem we will face this type of problems. Okay, so inside the problem this type you'll be having. So how you have to do means, if they are asking differentiate xy with respect to x, means x and y are what, now the exercise 5.6 is fully of implicit function. Implicit function means we have to differentiate x and as well as the y also. Now if you see this x, we have to take it as u, y we have to take it as v. We have to go for product rule. What is the product rule formula? D by dx of uv is equal to uv dash plus vu dash. That is our product rule. See here, d by dx of xy, question I have written, is equal to, first they were saying x. So x means what is your x? X. So keep that. V dash means what is V dash meaning? V dash means we have to differentiate v. So can we write d by dx of v is what? Y. Plus v is what? V means y. So y. U dash means what? D by dx of x. U dash means we have to differentiate u. So how can we write now? D by dx of x. Here x, d by dx of y, if you differentiate, d by dx of y is dy by dx. Clear? So x dy by dx plus y. This y, if you differentiate x means you will get 1. So y y1, y into 1. This is our answer. Clear students? Inside the problem, if somewhere in any term if you are having xy means, immediately what you have to write? X dy by dx plus y. That is your answer you have to write. Okay? You no need to do this much step. Clear all of you? In most of the problem, I think in all the problem you will have in xy term in the problem inside. So if you are having, immediately you can write this step. What is that? X dy by dx plus y. That is our differentiation of d by dx of xy. Answer is this only. Okay, you no need to follow this much step. You can directly write x dy by dx plus y. Clear students? Now we are entering into the exercise 5.6. Now we are going to enter into the exercise 5.6. See the first question. Find dy by dx for the following questions. So for all the following questions, we have to find dy by dx. In first question, we are having 3 subdivision. Okay, I will do 2 subdivision. You are going to do 1 subdivision as assignment. Okay, now you see the first subdivision, xy equal to tan xy. Both the LHS and RHS having xy term. So what we have to do? We have to differentiate both the differentiating. DIFF means differentiate both LHS and RHS with respect to x. We are going to differentiate. Okay. Now previously what I have taught, the differentiation of xy means what you have to write. Similar, if wherever you are having differentiation of xy, immediately you are going to write the straightly the answer is x dy by dx plus y. That is the answer. Okay, now I have taught no before using u by v, product uv, product rule formula, that only. D by dx of xy. This side I am differentiating with respect to x, and this side I am differentiating with respect to x. See, I have written d by dx of xy, d by dx of the tan xy I have written. Now if you see uv, d by dx of uv. What is this? Product rule. Product rule, what? How will you expand? uv dash plus vu dash is our product rule. So u is nothing but x. V is what? V dash means we have to differentiate. So d by dx of y plus vu dash. V means y. U dash means what? We have to differentiate u. D by dx of x. So x d by dx of y, what I told there? dy by dx plus y d by dx of x. If you differentiate, we will get 1. Now LHS part we have differentiated. Now we will go to the RHS part. D by dx of tan xy we are having. So d by dx of tan formula differentiation is what? You have written 121 formulas. No, in that this formula will be the tan xy means what is the formula? Secant square xy. Okay, differentiation of tan is secant square. Here what inside the bracket what we are having? Two variables. So you have to write the two variables. And inside that bracket what you are having? Inner function differentiation. Why means we are having here two variable. Okay, so this type of function differentiation is called chain rule. Okay, secant square xy, clear, into, see this xy we are going to differentiate inside the bracket what we are having, that we are going to differentiate with this. So d by dx of inside the bracket we are having xy. Clear what I am saying? This side we have differentiated d by dx of xy, we have differentiated. This side we are having d by dx of tan xy. D by dx of tan xy formula is secant square xy. But in the bracket what we are having, so that one more time you have to differentiate. So that only d by dx of xy. Okay, this xy we are differentiating with respect to x, inner function differentiation. This type is called chain rule. Okay, x dy by dx plus y into 1 is what? Y only. Next step, secant square xy, I have written d by dx of xy differentiation is what? What I have told. See, d by dx of xy, what we have got? X dy by dx plus y into 1 is y. So I have written directly x dy by dx plus y into 1. Okay, students, hereafter wherever you are facing d by dx of xy means you can straightly write this answer. Okay, we can write this answer. Okay, now after writing straightly this answer in the bracket you have to write product rule, like that you have to write. Clear students? Now I am taking the secant square xy to the inside to the each term. This side I am writing as such. See there, x dy by dx plus y into 1 is y, that equal to secant square xy into this I am taking and I am multiplying, that only I have written in the arrow mark, x dy by dx plus y into 1 is y. Clear? The next step I am going to take the secant square xy inside. See here, if I am taking secant square xy, what will I get? This side I am writing LHS part, I am writing as such, secant square xy into x dy by dx plus, in between plus and secant square xy into y. Clear? In the question what we have to find here, dy by dx we have to find. So you see I have underlined where not we are having dy by dx. Here in the left hand side x dy by dx we are having. In the right hand side this is fully one term. Secant square xy x dy by dx, that is fully one term. So this dy by dx I am taking to that side. Left hand side I am going to take. So it will become, here it is in positive. If this goes that side, it will become negative. Secant square xy x dy by dx is equal to. Okay. Next remaining here is what? In the after equal to, this went that side. So left here is secant square xy into y. This plus y have come this side, minus y. Clear all of you? Will you able to understand this? Students, when you are watching the video, go through the video each line 1 or 2 times so that you will get very clearly. Okay, the remaining problems we will see now. There I have underlined using green marker. See x dy by dx minus that secant square xy dot x dy by dx. For first term and second term we are having commonly x dy by dx we are having. So I am taking that x dy by dx separately out. So in the first term x dy by dx fully came out. So remaining what will be left? 1. So write 1 minus secant square xy into x dy by dx we are having. X dy by dx is outside. So remaining will be what inside? Secant square xy will be inside. Clear? Equal to. After equal to I have underlined. See y I have underlined, which means here also y we are having, there also we are having y. So I am going to take that y commonly out. If I take y commonly out, I am getting secant square xy minus 1. Here students, now if you multiply and see, you will get correctly. Y into secant square xy is what? Secant square xy dot y. Y into 1 is what? Minus y. We are getting correctly. Now in the next step, what I am going to do is, see in the inside the bracket 1 minus secant square xy I am having. Here also secant square xy minus 1 I am having. So one should come first, then secant square xy should has to come second. So for that what we have to do, we have to take the minus commonly out. Okay, if you take minus commonly out means, see this step I have written as such here, equal to, here I am taking this minus commonly out I am writing. So how we are 1 minus secant square xy we are having, the same 1 minus secant square xy. The same 1 minus secant square xy I am writing here also. Okay, but how I am writing? After taking the minus commonly out, the same what I am having, that I am writing there. Okay, so if you have doubt, if you multiply and see, you will get correctly. See, minus into 1 is what? Minus 1. Minus into minus is plus secant square xy. We are getting correctly. Will you able to understand it? Yes. The next step, if you see, in the LHS part also we are having 1 minus secant square xy. In the RHS part also we are having 1 minus secant square xy. So, but in the question what we need only dy by dx. That only we have to find. So, you keep this dy by dx alone in the left hand side. Remaining all the values you will bring it to denominator. Okay, so here in the numerator what we are having, minus y, 1 minus secant square xy, that I have written. This dy by dx is I have written as such. Okay, because that only we have to find, equal to x 1 minus secant square xy, that went to denominator. Okay, now in the next step if you see, 1 minus x square 1 minus secant square xy, 1 minus secant square xy will get cancelled. So remaining is what? Minus y divided by x. So that only we have to find, no. So dy by dx answer is what? Minus y by x is our answer. With this the first subdivision is over. Here students, when you are go through the video, go through it 1 or 2 times so that you will understand the concept very easily. Clear? Next subdivision we will see now. In first question, this is the third subdivision. Second subdivision you are going to do as homework, that is very short problem. Okay, now we'll see the question. X cube plus y cube plus 3axy equal to 1. So first step what we have to do, we have to differentiate both the LHS and RHS with respect to x, we have to differentiate. So differentiate with respect to x means d by dx of the question I have written is equal to d by dx of 1. 1 is a what? 1 is a constant. So if we differentiate the constant, what we will get? The answer is 0. So our right hand side part now over. Differentiation is over. We have got 0. Now we have to concentrate on the LHS part. Now see, I am taking d by dx of x cube, d by dx of y cube, d by dx of 3axy. I am taking the d by dx inside. So if you are, since you are beginner, I am doing like this. So once you become familiar to this, you can skip this step. Okay, you can directly go for this third step. Clear students? So now if you see, d by dx of x cube means what formula? D by dx of x power n. X power n means what is the formula? N x power n minus 1, that is our formula. See, I have written d by dx of x cube. How can we write? 3x 3 minus 1 we can write, isn't it? So equal to 3. 3 minus 1 is what? 2 I have written. Clear? Clear students? Similarly, see the third one, d by dx of y cube. If you differentiate, what we are writing? See, we are writing it as 3. This 3 will come from 3y3 minus 1. Students, I have told the definition itself. Whenever you are differentiating the y term, you have to write in the last dy by dx. You have to write. Clear? See, 3y3 minus 1 y term we are differentiating. So, into dy by dx I have told when I am teaching the introduction of this exercise 5.6. So, I am writing dy by dx. You no need to write for x. Okay, this is only the answer. When you are differentiating y only, you have to differentiate, and after this into dy by dx you have to write. Clear? So now 3y3 minus 1 is 2, dy by dx is the answer for d by dx of y cube. So I have written there. Can you able to see there? 3y3 minus 1 into dy by dx. Clear, students? Plus 3a we are having. This 3a is a constant. So I am taking that before d by dx of xy. I have told d by dx of xy means what will you write? X dy by dx plus y. How we are writing, students? By uv. Differentiation of uv. Product rule formula, we are straightly writing the answer. Clear? How we are writing? U v dash. V dash means how can we write? Dy by dx plus v is y. U dash means u, if you differentiate x, you will get 1. So we are writing 1. Clear, students? In the next step, 3 minus 1 is 2 plus 3 minus 1 is 2 dy by dx plus 3ax dy by dx plus 3a y is equal to 0. Now, what we have to find in the question? Dy by dx. So, wherever you are having dy by dx, that you keep it in the left side. So, remaining all the terms, what we have to do? We have to take it to the right hand side. That only we have learned in the definition of implicit function. Isn't it? Now we will proceed that. Students, when you are writing a classwork, you write this in the side itself. You are going to write these formulas. Okay, so that only you will understand in the future when you are reading for the exam. Clear? Now I will erase the formula and I will write now. Clear? We will see the remaining part now. Students, this side I have written that formula now. I have erased down the remaining part. I have continued in the page number 2. Now if you see that last equation, fully we are having every term we are having 3. So 3x square, 3y square dy by dx plus 3ax dy by dx plus 3ay. All the terms we are having 3. So I am taking the 3 commonly out. So after taking the 3 commonly out, x square plus y square dy by dx plus ax dy by dx plus ay is equal to 0. Okay, the next step, this 3 will in multiplication, no, so this will become in divide. So 0 divided by 3 you will get. Then I have underlined here also dy by dx, here also dy by dx we are having. So we can take dy by dx commonly out. So if you take dy by dx commonly out, inside what we are having? Y square plus ax we are having. Okay, still what is the term we are having? X square plus ay, that separately I am writing because we don't have common term for both the. Okay, so we are writing as such. Okay, 0 divided by 3. The next step, dy by dx, y square plus ax, I am writing as such, is equal to 0 divided by 3, answer is 0. Then I am taking this 2 term to the RHS part. So you will get plus x square, if come this side it will become minus x square, plus ay, if come this side it will become minus ay. Clear? So dy by dx of y square plus ax is equal to 0 minus this. For both the term we are having minus common. So I am taking the minus commonly out. So what we are get? X square plus ay. If you multiply and see, minus x square minus into plus is minus ay we are getting correctly. Okay, now what we need in this question? We need only dy by dx. So dy by dx only we have to have in the left hand side. Remaining all that values you have to bring it to the right hand side. So this is in product, so it will become into divide, denominator part it will come. So minus I have written commonly out x square plus ay divided by y square plus ax. Clear? This is the answer for first question, third subdivision. Clear, students, all of you? Now we'll see the second question. Student, this exercise 5.6 is very important exercise. So surely you will get 5 marks from this. So go through the video 1 or 2 times. Forget the concept very clearly. Then only you will understand the remaining exercise also. Okay, this is very easy exercise only if you are understanding it means. Next we'll see the next problem. In exercise 5.6, this is the second question. This is very important question. In this exercise 5.6 itself, all the questions are very important, and in that this is very highly important. See students, they have given the question, if x square root of 1 plus y square root of 1 plus x is equal to 0 and x is not equal to y they have given, what we have to prove means, we have to prove dy by dx is equal to minus 1 divided by x plus 1 the whole square. Okay, we have to prove, which means you have to differentiate this given equation, given function you have to differentiate. In the final answer you have to get that minus 1 divided by x plus 1 the whole square you have to bring. That is the answer for this differentiation. Clear students? Shall we start now? See, first step, x square root of 1 plus y square root of 1 plus x is equal to 0. That is our question. Now I am taking this plus y square root of 1 plus x to the right hand side. See here plus we are having, if this goes to that side it will become minus y square root of 1 plus x. Next step, if you see, we are having in the question square root. But in the final answer, do you have square root? No, we don't have square root. So what we are going to do is, we are going to take the square root. For that, what we have to do? We are squaring on both sides. Okay, here also we are squaring on both sides. See, x square root of 1 plus y the whole square minus y square root of 1 plus x the whole square. Here the square is for x as well as for square root of 1 plus y. So if this a square if comes for this, can you able to understand? This square is for this both the term. Square is for this and as well as for this. See now x the whole square into square root of 1 plus y the whole square. Here in this step, the square and square root will get cancelled. Similarly, the square is for y as well as square root of 1 plus x. So what will you get now? Minus y the whole square into square root of 1 plus x the whole square. The square and square root will get cancelled. So x if you square, we will get x square into the square root and square will get cancelled. So you will get 1 plus y equal to y minus y into minus y is what? Positive y whole square into this square root and square will get cancelled. So 1 plus x. Clear? The next step, we are multiplying this x square with each term. X square into 1, x square into y is equal to. Similarly, y square into 1 is y square into x is y square x. Clear students, up to this all of you. The next step we are writing x square, this y square I am bringing this side, minus y square. Then this x square y I am taking to the right hand side. Clear all of you what I am saying? Now if you see x square minus y square is equal to that y square x minus x square y we are having. So x square minus y square formula is what? A square minus b square is what? A minus b into a plus b. You have learnt in 10th standard this formula, isn't it? So here instead of a and b, we are having x and y. So how can we write now? X minus y, x plus y. Okay, x minus y into x plus y. equal to, here also xy term is there, here also xy term is there. So I have taken xy commonly out. See, here I have taken from the first term, I have taken xy commonly out. See, I have here 1x is there, I have taken 1x. Here 2y is there, but I have taken only 1y commonly. So remaining 1y will be there, no, that y I have written inside. Similarly, here 2x is there. So I have taken only 1x outside. One more x that I have written minus x. Here if you multiply and see, you will get correctly this. Xy into y is xy square. Xy into x is x square y. We are getting correctly. Clear? Clear, students? See, in this side we are having x minus y, x plus y. But here also x minus y we are having. But what? In what form we are having? We are having minus first, minus x we are having, positive y we are having. What we have to do? We have to change it. So for that we are taking minus commonly out. So it is a minus xy, a y minus x we are writing as x minus y. Clear? Why can you able to understand? Because this x minus y and this x minus y we can get cancelled, no, but we are having here y minus x. To change it as x minus y, we have to take minus common. Clear, students? So this x minus y and x minus y will get cancelled. Remaining is x plus y equal to minus xy I have written. Clear? The next step, I am keeping this y, I am taking this minus xy inside, I am taking this x to right hand side. Why I am doing like this means the final answer we need dy by dx, which means in the left hand side what value we need? We need y variable, so that only if you differentiate we will get dy by dx. Isn't it? So I am keeping the y in the left hand side. Remaining all the values I am bringing to the right hand side. Clear, students? So here y and y commonly we are having, take that y commonly out, so equal to minus x. So y alone you keep it in the left hand side, this 1 plus x it is in multiply, no, so it will become into divide. So here I have written in the denominator. Clear? Now with this we have to differentiate and we have to bring this as the answer. Clear, students? Now if you see, it is in what form? Quotient rule form. Okay, quotient rule means what is the formula? U by V is equal to VU dash minus UV dash divided by V square is the quotient rule. We have to apply the quotient rule and we have to find the and we have to bring the answer this. Then only this problem is over. The remaining problem we'll see in the page number 2. In page number 1, this is our last step. Isn't it? Y equal to minus x divided by 1 plus x is our last step. So this we have to differentiate by using quotient rule. This is our quotient rule formula. Okay, now we have to differentiate with respect to x. See this page, after erasing I have written here. So if you y we are having, so if you differentiate y with respect to x, what we will get? Dy by dx. That minus we are having, no, that we will write it commonly outside. Okay, now our u is only x and v is 1 plus x. Clear? According to the formula, we have to keep as such first, then you have to differentiate u. So v is what? 1 plus x, u is x. So I am differentiating, u dash means we have to differentiate u. So d by dx of x. In formula we are having minus, so that minus, then u is x, v dash means v is what? 1 plus x, that 1 plus x we have to differentiate. So d by dx of 1 plus x divided by v square is 1 plus x the whole square. Clear? The next step, if you see the minus commonly we are having 1 plus x d by dx of x, answer is 1 minus x into d by dx of into 1, then d by dx into x we are having. Clear, student? These are all very simple steps. Since you are beginner, I am writing like this. Once you become familiar, you no need to write like this. You straightly you can differentiate this. Clear students? So 1 plus x into 1 is 1 plus x minus x into d by dx of 1 is what? Constant. Constant if you differentiate we will get 0 plus d by dx of x. X if you differentiate what we will get? 1 divided by 1 plus x the whole square. Clear students? Now if you see this side dy by dx equal to minus. So what we are having here? 1 plus x minus x. 0 plus 1 is what? 1. So 1 if you multiply with x, the same x only we will get. So minus x and plus x will get cancelled. Divided by the denominator is what? X plus 1 the whole square. 1 plus x and x plus 1 are same only. So in a question we are having x plus 1 the whole square. So I have written here x plus 1 the whole square. Now if you cancel minus x and plus x, we will get in the numerator outside 1 minus. So this minus 1 divided by x plus 1 the whole square. That only we have to prove, isn't it? So you write the last line, hence proved. Clear students? All of you are clear the second question? Okay, next we'll do the third question. This is in exercise 5.6 third question, which is the last question. Okay, if 4x plus 3y is equal to log 4x minus 3y, then find dy by dx. Okay, we have to differentiate this and finally we have to find dy by dx. Okay students, now again the same procedure only, differentiating. We are differentiating both LHS and RHS with respect to x. We are differentiating. So with respect to x means how we have to write? D by dx of 4x plus 3y. Okay, is equal to d by dx of log 4x minus 3y. Clear students? The next step I am taking the d by dx inside. Okay, d by dx of 4x, d by dx of 3y. 4 and 3 are constant. So you write, I am writing it before. So d by dx of x plus if this 3 went after before, d by dx of y. Clear? Now equal to d by differentiation of log x formula. If you see, differentiation of log x formula is 1 by x. See here, what is the formula? D by dx of log x is equal to 1 by x. That is our formula. Now if you see here, d by dx of log we are having. Instead of x fully what we are having, this is fully x we have to consider. So if you need I will explain in the side. See, we are having log 4x minus 3y we are having. Okay, this fully you consider as x. Okay, according to the formula, log x means how can we write? 1 divided by this x we have to write. So which is equal to, don't think that it is divided, that full value we are taking as x. So how can we write? Means 1 divided by 4x minus 3y we can write. Clear students? According to this formula. Afterwards, whenever in the right hand side, whenever you are right hand side or left hand side, whenever you are having the bracket, that bracket you have to, inner bracket differentiation you have to do. If you see the previous before problem we did like that. In first question, third subdivision we did like that. So inner bracket you have to differentiate. So if you differentiate 4, that is you cannot able to differentiate, the 4 is a constant. So x if you differentiate we will get 1. D by dx of x answer is 1. D next similarly this y is constant, so keep the y outside. Y if you differentiate, d by dx of y if you differentiate, dy by dx. So dy by dx. Clear students? Log x formula is 1 divided by log x. Sorry, 1 divided by x. Log x formula is 1 divided by x. Instead of x we are having 4x minus 3y. Afterwards inner this bracket we are having, no, this bracket we have to differentiate. So 4 is constant, so we are keeping x if you differentiate 1. 3 is the constant, so we are keeping y if you differentiate, dy by dx. So I have written dy by dx. Clear students? Now if you see that 1 divided by 4x minus 3y I have written this bracket. If you differentiate 4x, if you differentiate 1 minus 3 dy if you differentiate dy by dx. Clear, students? Then d by dx of x answer is what? 1. So 4 into 1 plus 3 into d by dx of y is what? Dy by dx, that I have written equal to 1 divided by 4x minus 3y bracket 4 into 1 is what? 4 minus 3 into dy by dx. Clear? The next step, if you see 4 into 1 is 4 plus 3 dy by dx whole divided by 1. Why we are taking 1 means we are going to do the cross multiply. So in this side we are having both numerator and denominator. But that LHS part we are having only numerator. So we itself considering the denominator as 1. Clear, students? This is our numerator. So I am writing as such 4 minus 3 dy by dx. I have written divided by 4x minus 3y. That is our denominator. This is our page number 1. So for this page number 1, the side I have written the formula. You also going to write the formula in the side of your classwork. Only then you will understand in the future. Clear? See, I will write here. Only see log x form, differentiation of log x is 1 by x. Then since we are only x we are having, we are writing 1 by x. But if see here we are having the inner bracket we are having. So only we are differentiating. After writing this one more time we are differentiating this. Clear, all of you? Now I will erase this and I will write the remaining problem. Students, this is the last step in the page number 1. Isn't it? We have did the cross multiplication. Isn't it? Now if you do cross multiplication, 4x plus 3 dy by dx into 4x minus 3y is equal to 1 into this numerator. If you multiply the same only we will get 4 minus 3 dy by dx. Clear, students? If you see the here also two product. This is binomial into binomial. If you multiply, what you will get? 4 4s are 16x. 4 3s are 12y. 3 into dy by dx into 4x is 3 4s are 12x dy by dx minus next 3 3s are 9 y dy by dx is equal to this side we are writing as such. Clear? Then what we need in the question? We need only dy by dx answer. So now we have got dy by dx. So wherever you are having dy by dx, you just underline. So that we are going to take dy by dx commonly out. So dy by dx if you take commonly out, what is left here? 12x. Here dy by dx went outside. Remaining is minus 9y. Here dy by dx we are having, but after equal to we are having. So if this come this side, what it will become? It will become plus 3. Okay, this dy by dx is outside. Commonly we have taken. Clear? This minus 3 if come this side, it will become into positive. Clear? Is equal to what are the remaining values? That everything we have to bring it to the right hand side. That is our rule for implicit function. Okay. Now, if you see dy by dx is equal to 4 minus 16x plus 12y. This term fully it is in multiplication, this full term. So, it will become the divide next step. So, 4 minus 16x plus 12y divided by 12x minus 9y plus 3. Clear? In the numerator, all the values we are having in 4 table, all the numbers will come in 4 table. Similarly, in denominator, all the terms will come in 3 table. So I am going to take from the numerator 4 commonly out. So if I take 4 commonly out, how many times 4? 1. 16 means 4 4s are 16. 14 4x. 12 means 3. So 3y divided by here 12x 9y 3. Everything will go in 3 table. So I am taking 3 commonly out. So 4x. 3 4s are 12, no 4x. I have written 9 means 3y, 3 means 1 only I have to write. Clear? In the next step what I am writing is, I am writing dy by dx is equal to 4 by 3. Then the numerator part I am writing as such. The denominator part I am arranging as like the numerator. Numerator first I am having 1, so I am also writing there 1. This plus 1 is there, no, I am writing that this plus 1 in the first. Then in the numerator I am having x term, so in the denominator where I am having x term, 4 plus 4x. So after the 1 I am writing plus 4x. The numerator I am having the third term is 3y, so last term I am writing minus 3y. Clear, students? With this, our exercise 5.6 is over. In 5.6, what we have learned? We have learnt about implicit function. Implicit function means we will differentiate both x and y. We have to differentiate step by step. At the finally, we have to find dy by dx. Dy by dx, we have to keep it in the left hand side. Remaining all the values, you have to bring it to the right hand side. Then you have to find the final answer. That is the implicit function. Okay, in implicit function, if you are having the right hand side in bracket, means you have to differentiate that bracket another time. Clear, students? These are the things we have seen in the exercise 5.6. This is very important exercise. Similarly, 5.7 is also very important. Surely you will get 5 mark from this. So go through the video thoroughly 1 or 2 times, so that only you will get into this concept. Clear, students? Because this are all very new concept. So once if you are go through the video twice or thrice, you will be able to understand it. Clear? Students, next we are going to see the assignment. Students, this is your part 8 assignment. You are going to do 6 problems. Totally 6 problems you are going to do in this assignment. Okay, now if you see the page, first question, page number 197, exercise 5.6, first question, second subdivision. Okay, Business Max volume 1, 5th chapter, page number 197, example 5.6, first question, second subdivision. Here, when I am doing the first question, I have left the second subdivision, isn't it? The second subdivision is very easy. It will take only 5 to 6 steps. Okay. Now, the second question is page number 195 to 196. In this page, we are having the examples 5.36 to 5.38. See, three examples we are having. So, all the three examples you are going to work out in your homework note. Students, don't copy the homework blindly from your book. Clear? Don't copy all the answer, all the example problem directly in your homework note. Okay, you have to understand each step by step, then only you have to write in your homework note. Clear? If anyone is submitting directly the answer, means directly what is given in the book, the same you are copying and writing, means I will not consider as homework completed. Okay? Those students will be in the incompletion only. Students, you have to write with step-by-step process. Only then you will be understanding when you are reading for the board exam. Clear? Because why I am telling like this means now we are reading the 5th chapter. After 2 months we will be reading some other chapters, isn't it? So when you are going that chapter, you will forget about this fully the 5th chapter. Now if you are skipping any step, means when again you are coming and revising this chapter, you will get more confusion. So now itself if you are doing step by step, means when you are reading by that time, it will be easy for you. Clear, students? So how I did in the video, each step I have written step by step only. According to that, you are going to do your example problem also. You don't copy it directly from the book. Clear? Now, third question is example 5.39. That is different. So, all the three problem how I did in the video, the same model only will be. But example 5.39, that is also same model only. But inside we will use some formulas. So, that formulas we will read only in the chapter 4 trigonometry. Okay. So, now you don't know that formula, no. So, that I am explaining the example 5.39. Clear, students? Students, you are going to work out step by step this problem. Clear? But in book they have given direct step. Clear, students? Now we will see the question. Sin y is equal to x sin a plus y. Prove that dy by dx is equal to sine square a plus y divided by sine a. We are going to prove this. Here, first what I am doing is, see I am writing that step alone here. If you need you can write, otherwise you can start with directly this. Okay, only if you are writing, and afterwards if you are writing this means you will be clear when you are reading in the future. Now what I am doing is, I am writing this here x sine a plus y first equal to, next I am writing this sine y. Anyway both are equal only. A equal to b means b is also equal to a. Like that only. I am writing this x sine a plus y first equal to sine y I am writing. Why I am writing like this means we need in the final answer dy by dx. Anywhere y alone separately we are having, we are not having. So we are having separately x alone. So I am going to keep the x in the left hand side. All the terms I am going to bring it to the denominator. Okay, x is equal to sine y divided by sine a plus y. Clear? Now this term we are going to differentiate. Here this term I have written here directly. When you are writing, you write this term, then you can write this. Clear? When you differentiate this dx by with respect to y, we are differentiating, because in this step, in this RHS part, we are having the only one variable which is y. Clear? So dx divided by dy is equal to, what rule is this? Quotient rule, because it is given in fraction, so we have to go for quotient rule. So according to quotient rule, what is the formula? vu dash minus uv dash divided by v square. Okay, v is sine a plus y, u dash means we have to differentiate this u, d by dy of sine y, minus u means sine y, d by dy of sine a plus y divided by v square. Here sine a plus y, d by differentiation of sine y is what? What is the formula for differentiation of sine y? Cos y minus sine y. Differentiation of sine a plus y means what? Cos a plus y. Sine y means cos y, sine a plus y means cos a plus y. That is the difference. Okay, divided by sine square a plus y. Here v square, according to the v square we are writing this. Next step, students, v square means what in denominator we are having? Sine a plus y. The v square means you should not put, if you are writing this whole square means you should not write like this. See, I will write and show you. Sine a plus y, the whole square you should not write. Somebody will write here also square and here also square. You should not write like this. This is the wrong. Okay, the square is only for the sign. Okay, when you are squaring means that you will get sine square a plus y only you have to write. Clear, student? That only I have written in the denominator. The next step, dx by dy equal to, how the step came means, in 4th chapter trigonometry you are having one formula which is sin a cos b minus, if you see this b has come to sin and a has to go to cos. So sin b cos a equal to sin a minus b. You are having one formula. I will explain deeply in trigonometric chapter 4. That time I will explain. You just know the formula alone for this problem. Clear, students? If sin a I am having, minus and sin b I am having. Cos b I am having, here cos a I am having. Okay, you have to interchange the alphabets. Here b will come, here a will go. Here a will come, here b will go. Like that if you are having means, how can we write the RHS? Answer is sin a minus b. Clear, students? Now if you see here, sin a plus y. A plus y is our a, we will take. Cos y we will take it as b. Okay, minus what we are having, this y came to sin and a plus y went to cos. Here divided by sin square a plus y. According to this formula we are having, okay, but if you see this answer, what we can write, sin a minus b we can write, no. Similarly this full numerator part answer, how can we write? Sin a minus b is our formula. So a means instead of a we are having a plus y. I have written a plus y in formula minus. So minus d is what? Y. Y divided by sine square a plus y. Here plus y and minus y will get cancelled. Sin a by sine square a plus y. Clear students? Next step, what we have to find? dy by dx only we need. But if you see here, dx by dy we are having. Which means this dy has to go to numerator and dx has to come to denominator. When you are interchanging the left hand side, similarly the RHS part also will get interchanged. So dy by dx is equal to the sine square a plus y will come to numerator, sine a will go to denominator. That only we have to prove. Isn't it? So write the last step ends proved. Clear students, all of you, this third question? Yes, one more question we are having, which is the fourth sum, creative problem. Okay, that is not in your book, that is creatively I have given this problem. See, find dy by dx if x square plus xy plus y square equal to 100. Student, this is very simple and easy problem. Do this problem step by step. Okay, just it will take nearly 5 to 6 steps only. With that you will get the answer. Clear students? I hope you all understood the part 8 assignment. Do it neatly and correctly and submit it. Thank you students.